Good morning and welcome to episode one of America's Podcast. Episode one is going to be a two-part show. There'll be two episodes on exactly what America's Podcast is, how it's going to work, and how you can come on and host it. So we're just going to go ahead and deep dive right into the who, what, where, when, why, how of America's Podcast. We're going to start off with the who. America's Podcast is you. America's Podcast was set up and put online and designed for you, the American citizen, to come on board and host your own podcast. You will take over the show for 30 minutes every episode. It's literally your podcast. It's being paid for by me, but it's your podcast. You'll come on board, we'll introduce you, and then you'll say whatever it is on your mind. So that's who America's Podcast is. It's you. It's a chance for you to host your own podcast. Now, what is America's Podcast? America's Podcast is a podcast so the viewer becomes the host, as I explained before with who, and can engage in any topic they want. It could be politics, it could be the inflation, immigration, anything you want to talk about. This is what America's Podcast is for, is to come on and so I know a lot of people out there have a lot to say, but they don't have a place to say it. There used to be town hall meetings in this country, but it seems like as of late, they've canceled all the town hall meetings because they're all scared because they get yelled at. All the politicians are scared to get yelled at. So I have seen hundreds of them canceled over the last 7, 8 months. So this is basically the world's largest. When I say the world's largest, it is the world's largest town hall meeting. It's all of America is on this town hall meeting. And you can be specific to your area, to your politician, the problems that are going on in your part of the world, your part of the country. And hopefully we'll be able to help you get some answers or find the right people to talk to and resolve any issues or problems that you might have in your life. So that's the what. Let's go in. We're going to jump and go to the how. How did America's Podcast get started? Well, I'm what you would call a line worker, or what I would call a line worker. In my opinion, a line worker is the everyday Jimmy that works an 8-hour job or is a superintendent or something, and he's on a fixed salary 5 days a week. I also call these line workers people that have fixed incomes. When I say you have a fixed income, you don't have to be on Social Security or retirement to have a fixed income. If you get paid by the hour and you work 40 hours a week, you get the same paycheck every week. It's fixed unless you get a raise throughout the year, which seems like a lot of these big corporations really do anything they can not to give raises. So America's Podcast is here for the Jimmy, for the Jane, for the average American worker who is a line worker who lives on a fixed income. Now let's go to the when. So the when is it'll be on the website, www.americaspodcast.com. This episode's going to go up really, really quick. Episode 2 will come right behind it. It'll be the second part of the intro. And we're working to get it up on a channel to where you can get it on one of these podcast channels. I won't say which one. It's all cost money. So that's basically the when. It'll be once a week, and the when anywhere. It'll be once a week. It'll be definitely on the website, americaspodcast.us, .us, not .com. I might have said .com earlier, but I bought .us because I thought it fit better. www.americaspodcast.us. And this episode, like I said, will be up today. So that covers the who, what, why, when, how. Let's go back to the how a little bit. How do you become the host of America's Podcast? Well, you go to the website, you fill out the form, we reach back out to you and talk to you, and we set up a time to where you have 30 minutes and we sit down and we record your broadcast for you. Once your broadcast is recorded, we will publicize it. It'll go out on X. I'm already on Twitter. America's Podcast is on Twitter. It'll go out on the website. Like I said, we're working on some other channels to host the podcast. It's a startup. I started it all by myself. So that's where it's going to be. You can see it on the website, and you fill out the form, and that's how you get on to be the host. You are the host. You want to host your own podcast? I'm paying for it. Come on board, take 30 minutes, and whatever's on your mind, get it out there. So that's pretty much all the who, what, when, why, how. We'll get into it. The website explains more to it about it and stuff like that. So, like I was saying, I'm just a regular Jimmy on a fixed income, just like everybody else. I was in the heavy equipment business, heavy construction, civil construction. I worked in ports, on bridges, on roads, on airports. I worked on really big projects throughout my life. And while I was on these projects, by the way, employ hundreds and hundreds of people. You meet hundreds of people when you work on these big projects. They last for a couple of years, and you meet hundreds and hundreds, maybe 1,000 people throughout the time of that job. So being in this business and working on these large projects and interacting with the regular American guy, the fixed income guy, the line worker, you know, catching up and having discussions about, everything in America is being discussed by every line worker and every citizen in this country nowadays. There is a lot of stuff being discussed because a lot of us think that things aren't right and there should be some changes, or the government should help us a little more or get involved a little more than what they are. So, over this 30-year career that I had, a lot of the discussions we had were about politicians and affordability. New word now for inflation is affordability. I'm going to tell you right now, affordability, that nothing's affordable. I don't think anything's affordable. I find it hard as a line worker to afford just living comfortably. I can't imagine how hard is for line workers just starting out, hourly rate people just starting out in this country. I don't even know how they survive, how they pay their rent, how they pay for insurance, how they pay for their food. Food is a huge issue in this country right now. The cost of food, it's gone out of control, and I have to believe that the government has some way of controlling it. They sure as heck preach that they're going to control it when they're trying to get elected, but it seems like nothing really happens once they get in office. So that's some of the stuff we're going to be talking about on the podcast, and some of the issues that I have had discussions with people over the years, and especially the last year. The discussions have gotten so in depth, and some of them very heated. Politics is very heated nowadays. So that's definitely what's the podcast is about, for you to come on, host a show on your own topic. So some of the things that the podcast is, let's go what it's not. What it's not is, it's not a infomercial. We don't have any sponsors. We don't have any backers. All this is paid for by me. I have an executive producer. That'll be him right over there. That's Kona, the Shiba Inu. He is my executive producer. He's union, so he's on his union break right now. So that's it. It's just us. We paid for this whole thing. So you can come on board and say what you got. I've had this discussion for the last 2 years. jokingly with people I've worked with and projects I've worked on and talking to people. And we've talked about this, that there's no podcast, there's nowhere, anywhere, mainstream media, newspapers, cable news networks, nobody's talking to the American people. You watch a lot of these news shows, they either have a politician or a movie star, a lot of them bringing on authors, people that are writing books. They come on, they sit down, they're supposed to be experts in their field, and they come on, and for 10, 20, 30 minutes, they sell their book. And I'm not sure where a lot of these people that wrote these books got their information from to make them experts, because I've never been interviewed on anything about my life to put in a book about what I think about what's going on here or there. So I don't even know where these authors get off. So that's what we're not. We're not an infomercial. We're not an organization. Politics. I couldn't even tell you what political organization I belong to. It's gotten so out of hand here in the last, I have to say, the last 8 years. Before that, it was politics. Politics is politics. But in the last 8 years, it has gotten so far on the edges to the fringes. When I say that, I'm saying that you've got these people on this far, far, far left that just, it's incredible some of the things they actually say out loud. And not to protect the right, you've got some people on the far, far, far right that just say things that you wouldn't expect a politician to say, or you wouldn't expect anybody to say, especially an American. So this far left, far right, I tell you, I'm confused with what party I'm in now. I can tell you, if I was up on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., as a representative for you guys, I would have to bring a folding chair to work every day and sit in the middle of the aisle, because I couldn't sit on the left and I can't sit on the right. I can't be brought into these far left and far right controversies that have nothing to do with America or the American people. Sometimes, and I've had these discussions, it seems like we're being played. We're being distracted, like a butterfly flies by and we're distracted. And that's what I believe these politicians are. They're a bunch of butterflies trying to distract everybody. But that'll be something that we need to go on the show and discuss. Uh, or I'm sure some of you will want to discuss. Like I said, it's your show. You'll host the show. But these are some of the things I see and some of the reasons why I decided it was time to start America's Podcast. I'm coming to the end of my career here, winding down, um, at a place where Social Security is going to be coming in play in a couple years, few years. And is there any Social Security? Who knows? Listen to these politicians. It seems like they just want to stop it. And I've been paying in for years. But again, that's where I decided, and that's how I started this podcast, is because I believe the American people need a place to voice their opinion. Like I said, it's going to be the world's largest town hall meeting. Come on in and get involved. So, a little bit about the financials of this thing when I talk about no sponsors. So, to get it up and running, there was quite a bit of equipment that had to be bought. Had to buy some programs, had to buy some subscriptions, and this and that. Had to come out of pocket with some money. Kona and I had to reach into our budget and come up with some money to get the thing started. Again, we are not affiliated with anybody. We don't have anybody sponsoring us, no commercials, none of that stuff. I don't even know how you make money with the podcast. My kids know about this content stuff. I have two boys in their 20s, and they helped me get started a little bit and told me what equipment to buy and what programs I should use and stuff like that, and how to post things and things like that. They help me out a little bit, not much. They have their own thing going on, and this is my thing, not their thing. It's for them, but it's not their thing. So we came out of pocket with everything. We've got no affiliations, no sponsors, no backing. So if we do make any money with this thing, any money comes in, I don't know how it works. Like I said, I'm sure as I go, everything is learning on the fly here. These things are going to be very raw, no editing, no clips or this or that. We're not going to edit anything. You do anything. When you come on and host a show, that whole show will be publicized. Nothing will be clipped out. There will be no editing. For one thing, my executive producer, Kona, and I, we do not know how to edit. So we just record and publish, upload. So that's how it's going to be. So let's say we do make some money. 100% of the profits, 100% of the profits of anything that comes in from this podcast is going to be donated. We'll take what little bit of money it needs to run it, to pay for the descriptions, to keep it up on the air and stuff like that. All that costs money. People, when I first started, like, oh, the internet, it's free. We can do our own podcast for free. Well, that's not it. It's not free. Actually, nothing's free nowadays. So no sponsors again. 100% of the profits are going to be donated. We're not set on any certain organizations or just going to give all of our money to this organization or that organization. We have a couple, Kona and I have a couple of things that are very dear to our heart that we feel we would be able to assist if we were able to supply money to some of the organizations that deal with the issues that we feel are close to us. So I'll go ahead and list them. The first thing that our money will be going to, the profits will be donated to, is at-risk children. I'm a firm believer there shouldn't be any at-risk children in this country. We are the best country in the world. I've been fortunate enough to travel all over the world. I was in the military early on in my career. The projects I've been on have taken me out of the country and to foreign lands. And I can tell you without a doubt, America is number one. Nobody lives like us. Nobody has the freedoms that we have, and nobody lives like us. Yet we're not perfect. And it seems like go down in the rabbit hole sometimes. Seems like we might be in a rabbit hole now with the way our politics are run, the way our government's running everything. But hopefully this podcast will help guide them a little bit, because God knows they need guidance. So that's the first one, at-risk children. No children should be at risk in this country. Second one are veterans. Again, I did my time. I was in the military as a young man, served my country proudly, would do it again. And I believe that, again, veterans should not have to want for anything in this. There should be no veterans that are in need of anything, but there are. I know veterans. I've seen veterans that are in dire need of help, assistance, and I just don't believe in that. So the number two on our donation list will be veterans and families. Number three, the family farmer. If you guys watch the news or read, it's no secret how bad the family farmer is being jerked around in this country. I mean, we allow these big corporations to come in and pretty much rape the land, make as much money as they can, push the little farmers out, just price them right out of the market on purpose so that they can buy their land, and the family farmer is struggling. And this shouldn't be either. Family farmer feeds us. We should be looking after the people that feed us. And it seems like lately they're in dire need of assistance to family farmers, from money to just help, to just any type of help whatsoever. So that's number three. Number four is animal rescues. I just breaks my heart anytime I see an animal suffering or not being treated right or being taken care of. So that's a big one for us, is animal rescues. So those are the four things: at-risk children, veterans and their families, family farmers, and animal rescue that we'll be donating 100% of our profits to. We won't be taking any, and we're not a 501c3, a nonprofit. Anything that we make over and above what we need to keep the broadcast going, the money that is needed to keep it going, will be given to organizations in those four categories that I just touched on. So this is going to be the end of episode 1. Episode 2 is coming right up. So in episode 2, we'll get in depth a little bit more on topics and what we plan on doing with the show. We got some little segments. I'm just saying that's going to be one of our little segments that you'll see out on social media. I'm just saying we're not opinionated here. We do have ideas, we do have thoughts, and we will put some things out there and we will follow it up with, I'm just saying. So we appreciate you guys watching episode 1. We're hoping this thing's going to kick off. Like I said, let's make it the world's largest town hall meeting with every American citizen being involved. And hopefully, with all enough recognition and enough people getting involved, a lot of these politicians and government officials will pay attention to what we have to say and maybe try to do the right thing. Because let's face it, it's all about doing the right thing. That's what America's all about. Just do the right thing. So thank you so much. It's Christmas Eve. So I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Like I said, these episodes are raw. They're not edited. So they're not scripted. We have some bullet points that I look at here on my pad, but nothing scripted. So again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and look forward to hearing from you on the website so we can set you up for a time when you can host America's podcast. God bless America.